Fox Sports Net presents the Illinois High School Association Individual Wrestling Championships from the campus of the University of Illinois. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Assembly Hall, where the high school wrestlers have packed the place. I'm Mike Lederman, joined once again by Wrestling Hall of Famer, wrestler, and coach Dan Cliff. Dan, Illinois has such a tradition of producing good high school wrestlers, but even with that as background, this tournament should be exceptional.
Oh, it's outstanding. We've got a lot of young kids that are doing exceptionally well, as well as some outstanding veteran wrestlers that are going for multiple titles.
We have 8 defending champions trying to repeat. Number 1, probably the best wrestler in the state from West Aurora, Israel Martinez. He's going for 3 in a row.
Israel's a junior from West Aurora. He's outstanding. He's explosive, and he's on a mission. He's been destroying his opponents so far this tournament.
In addition, 2 other wrestlers are going for 3 titles in their high school career, Paul Cullum and Cal Ferry.
Cullum's an outstanding wrestler. He's excellent in all 3 facets of wrestling. That's why University of Illinois signed him. Cal Ferry is a junior going for his 3rd title, and he's explosive. He can score from anywhere.
And of course, we'll be seeing both of them in Class AA, the larger schools. We don't want to slight Class A, the smaller schools, because they have one outstanding, very large wrestler in Stillman Valley's Pat Babcock.
Babcock is outstanding. He's pinned his way through this tournament so far, and he's not finished a match this year because he hadn't had to. He's done a great job.
And he wants to keep that streak going. 14 weight classifications, each in A and AA. A lot of wrestling to come, so stay right with us right here on Fox Sports Net. Underway here at the Assembly Hall. On the right will be the mat for the AA, and on the left the mat for the single A or smaller schools. Let's pick up the 103-pounders in Class A. That is Kevin Garish there in the foreground from Sandwich. He is a sophomore going against Chase Beebe, a freshman from Montini.
Looks like Beebe's already scored a takedown. He's got a 2-0 lead, and he's riding out Garish at this time. He's attempting a cradle to turn him to his back. The official's counting back points.
The official is, the referee is Jim Turner. And right away, Chase Beebe, boy, the freshman is just opening with a big one. John Schaus, rather, is the referee there in Class A. And right now, the freshman has much the better of things. Beebe, a record of 41-3. Mike Bukowski is his coach, ranked number 1 in his weight class in Class A. Garish ranked number 4, 3rd at 103 this weight a year ago as a freshman. Coached by his father, longtime coach over at Sandwich, Lon Garish, and certainly you know him, Dan.
Lon was inducted to the Hall of Fame last year, and he's done a great job at Sandwich. Been there quite a number of years.
Well, right now, he and his son have got a whole lot of digging out to do, trailing 5-0, 26 seconds to go here in period number 1. Beebe, when we say red and black, those are the uniforms. Also, the red and the green corners are the way they're delineated in wrestling. There's a good look at Beebe. Again, in the red corner, you see the red anklets. The green corner, somewhat lost, and the black singlet of Garish are there around his ankles, and he right now trails 5-0.
Kevin's attempting a stand-up. Now he's doing a neck whizzer.
Hands, hands.
You can hear his father hollering for hand control.
And that is the end of period number 1. Then, of course, they will flip the disc to see who gets up position and bottom position. Usually the wrestler who wins defers, not in this case. Beebe wins. He says he's going to take down. Meanwhile, let's swing over to AA, and we'll show you Charlie Manning against Ray Blake. Manning will be coming up in the blue and orange when we switch over there. And Blake from Marist and Charlie Manning from Palos Hill Stag. That is Manning up top right now. And we are still scoreless here in period number 2. These guys certainly know each other, Dan. This is the 8th time they've wrestled. And Blake won the last one in 2 overtimes.
Ray Blake was a cadet national All-American this past year, so he has also had some success in the past.
Jim Turner is the referee there. We still are waiting for the first score. Right now that is Manning in the orange and blue. No points yet. .35 seconds to go in period number 2. Again, 103-pounders. First final for either of these youngsters. Manning a record of 40-5. Blake 39-3. Manning a sophomore. He right now on top. Blake a junior. Mark Gervais, his coach. Dave Anderson is Manning's coach. So you would think there's not too much of a secret between what these two guys do.
They know each other pretty well.
And they've wrestled fairly evenly. And that is it for period 2. Still scoreless in Class AA. And now
they called a loss of control there.
1 point. 1 point for, that was for Blake, right? They gave Blake the
Correct,
point.
Yes.
So Ray Blake takes a 1-0 lead into period number 3. Ray Blake, a junior from Marist High School. This is a Chicago area final. Charlie Manning from Stag and Palos Hills. Ranked number 3 in his weight class. Blake number 4, but again, it's pick'em.
He's riding the wrist pretty tough here right now.
Blake again.
He's running an arm bar. Looks like he's going to try to tilt him to his back here off this arm bar.
Blake holding on to that 1-0 lead. Coming up to the final minute of period number 3. And now they'll bring him back to the center.
The official called a stalemate. There was no progression there, so he wants to start him over again.
The 2 fists to the chest, the signal for stalemate. And now Manning will be on the bottom. Blake on top. 1:05 to go and counting, period 3. Almost Manning trying to escape, but Blake holds on. That's Blake in the back, in the black singlet. Manning in the orange and blue.
Referee just called Blake for stalling.
That's a warning for Blake. He gets 1 warning and then it's a point.
He needs to make progressions to try to turn him to his back. He was just riding him there, so.
40 seconds and counting. Can Manning escape? Still Blake in black with the 1 point, 1-0 lead. 103-pound Class AA championship. First series of matches in the meet. 20 seconds. And again, a stall call. So a second stall call, and we are even at 1. So Blake called for 2 stalls in space of 30 seconds, Dan.
20 seconds left, and if he gets away, he wins. Got a false start on Blake. Check that, Manning. A false start on Manning.
20 seconds still to go here in the 3rd period. Wrestlers are tied at 1.
Blake's just trying to hang on and take it into overtime here.
8 seconds. Can he get away? 4 seconds. 3, 2, 1. It's overtime.
They'll go 2 minutes in overtime, sudden death. First point scored is the winner.
Let's go to overtime right now. Meanwhile, the Class A match we showed you is just about to end with Chase Beebe winning by a count of 9-0. Beebe from Montini will win as a freshman over Kevin Garish. Meanwhile, here in the overtime, First Points wins, and there we go. And we're just looking for back points here, but this match is over as Ray Blake survived the stalling calls, came back strong in the overtime to win it by a count of 3-1. And the junior from Marist, very emotional. He's got a championship. We're underway here at the Assembly Hall. Back with more after this. Back at the University of Illinois at the Assembly Hall, let's pick up the Class AA 112-pound championships. There you see in the orange, Jake Willock, a junior from Pontiac. His opponent, a very talented freshman, 43-0 Dan, Eric Tannenbaum from Naperville North.
He seems very poised for a freshman so far. During the introductions and things, we'll see how it goes. Big match in championship, see how he does here.
Well, Eric Tannenbaum, as you see Ed Ludy, the referee, starting him off. Tannenbaum in the blue is one of the bright young stars. Tony Rubiano is the referee. He's starting to look like Ludy. That's what it was.
That's what it was.
Yeah, the same hairline, I think. We know Ed.
Yes.
Tom Arliss is the coach for Eric Tannenbaum in the blue, and both of them, Jake Willock, Joe Kucharski, coaches him at Pontiac.
Tannenbaum has a whizzer on Willock, and Willock's attempting to take down. Tannenbaum's countering him.
30 seconds gone in period number 1. Bob Grizzy is the assistant referee again, and scoring. The referee makes the decisions, asks for the assistant's help if he needs it. Tannenbaum, the freshman, Willock, a junior. 1 loss between them. Minute 14 to go. Meanwhile, over in Class A, let's take a look at that, where we have Prairie Central's Will Gerber, a sophomore, in the blue on the bottom against Josh Collins of Stanford Olympia. And the coach of Prairie Central is none other than Dan Cliff's brother, Joe. How long has he been your brother? You know, I thought you were his brother. You're the younger brother, right?
Yeah, he's my little older brother.
It's a little older brother. There he is. There's Joe. Like Dan, inducted today as a Grand Marshal, one of the wonderful traditions in Illinois high school athletics. Both Dan and Joe were Grand Marshals of the parade. What kind of a thrill was that when 10,000 people are cheering and you're leading everybody, all the wrestlers in? It's really a nice thing to watch. What's it like to be a part of that?
It's very humbling.
Bet. Another inductee was Bob Pickens, former Bear and heavyweight wrestler, high school champion out of Evanston Township, and John Ellis from Pontiac, who started the program a long time ago at Palatine High School. Josh Collins in white from Stanford Olympia right there, leading 6-1 as we end period number 1.
He's going to do a freestyle start. Looks like he let him Gerber go in an attempt to get another takedown.
Yeah, we talk about this every year, but I always wonder about that strategy of deliberately letting your opponent go, figuring you're giving up 1 point to get 2.
Well, he just showed the reason why. He took him down for 5. Took him down, 2-point takedown, and he got near fall points, and so he gave 1 away to score 5.
That makes more sense.
Yeah.
5 for 1 certainly works.
There he goes again.
Yeah, lets him go again, but obviously he feels very confident against Gerber at this point.
Well, I think Gerber's had a great tournament. You know, he's just a sophomore, and he's just done a great job all the way through the tournament to get to the finals. But I think he's run into a tough match here.
Down he goes again. Score is now 13-3. Gerber unranked in his weight class. Collins ranked number 3. And Collins having his way here with 1 minute to go in period number 2. 112 pounders in Class A, as you see.
Collins placed second last year at 103 pounds, and he is just obviously overpowering Gerber here.
And once again, he indicates to the referee, Tony Clark, that he's going to give up the point, allow the escape. Under a minute to go in period 2. 16-4 now, getting very close to technical fall. If you add 15 points, there's a 15-point differential. The match ends. Josh Collins in control. As the second period there is coming to a close. 12 seconds to go. Again, 2 more points. This match very close to being over. 1 more point will do it.
Right, if he's winning by 15, it's a technical fall in the end. It's like a slaughter rule.
And that's the end of period number 2. Meanwhile, let's check back in with the Willock-Tannenbaum match. And the freshman right now, as we're in equipment timeout, leads 4-1. There's a couple of takedowns and an escape for Willock, so that's it. 1:20 to go here in the second period. Eric Tannenbaum, the freshman from Naperville North. Willock, a junior from Pontiac. Tannenbaum in blue. .59 seconds, 58 and counting in period number 2. Meanwhile, over at Class A, the Gerber-Collins match has ended with Josh Collins an easy winner by a technical fall, 20-4. So congratulations to Josh. Bettered his second place finish of a year ago. Meanwhile, back to the matter at hand. 38 seconds to go here in period number 2. We haven't seen any scoring yet, just the 2 takedowns and the escape so far, and the takedowns from Eric Tannenbaum. The freshman is ahead with 25 seconds to go. That's Tannenbaum in the blue.
Tannenbaum's trying to pull him back into the circle. Referee whistled him out of bounds, and he'll go back to the center.
Now you talk about him being a freshman. In fact, we're talking to Neil McCauley, who's the athletic director. Known Neil for a long time over at Naperville North. And Tannenbaum has wrestled probably since the age of 6, he said. He's more comfortable on the mat probably than than he is walking down a flight of stairs.
Well, that's a reason for why we have so many young kids that are doing so well now, because our feeder programs, the young programs are doing so well. We got a lot of kids that starting early.
Well, it's interesting because the state of Illinois has been, as we said in the opening of the program, a real hotbed, a breeding ground, a training ground for high school wrestling. And at a time when nationally the sport is not doing all that well, especially at the college level.
Right.
Illinois keeps pumping out, better and better wrestlers, and many of them, of course, end up in the Big Ten.
Right. The high school programs are increasing at a great rate, and a lot of kids are out for wrestling right now, and unfortunately they are dropping some of the programs at the college level.
Well, the sport, 4,500 years old, so it doesn't, let's not bury it yet, not at all.
A lot of famous people wrestled.
You bet. There was a wonderful summation both by Reed Hanley in the Tribune and also here in the program. I didn't realize that Donald Rumsfeld is an Illinois state champion, the former defense secretary under, what was that, Donald Rumsfeld was, I think, under Gerald Ford. He was a state champion.
Well, the Speaker of the House, Dennis Hastert, is
also
a coach here at Yorkville, past president of the IWCOA.
The Coaches and Wrestling Officials Association. You were very prominent in, Dan, as well as Joe. 1:20 to go now, third period. Tannenbaum now with a 2-point lead. Another former Illinois state champion, Willie Roy, coach of the Sting.
Yes. And
current coach of soccer at Northern Illinois. I didn't know Willie wrestled. I think he had to wrestle with a lot of things when he was with the Sting, but I didn't know about that.
Tannenbaum in on a single leg. He's trying to elevate the leg.
Still a 2-point margin. Jake Willick, a junior.
Scored 2 points, takedown.
Off the net they go, and it's 2 more points.
This is a good-looking freshman. He really has good technique, good skills.
And a 4-point lead.
And a 4-point lead. He's going to let him go again here.
Yeah, he gets the leg. 40 seconds to go.
He'll try to sweep the leg here. There he goes for a 2-point takedown.
And it's 8-3, 30 seconds to go, and the freshman's on his way.
Three years ago, we saw 2 freshmen win, Israel Martinez and Cal Ferry.
And they're back.
We've got another one, looks like he may win.
10 seconds now to a championship for Eric Tannenbaum of Naperville North. And 2 more points. 3 seconds to go, and there is Tannenbaum. Again, he'll show that he'll let his opponent go. 2, 1, that's it. So a freshman has won, and no real surprise there. He was ranked number 1 in his weight class, but Eric Tannenbaum runs his record of 44-0 with a 10-5 win over Jake Willick for the 112-pound Class AA title. Congratulations to Eric, and we'll have more wrestling right here after this. Back at the Illinois High School Association State Individual Wrestling Championships. Along with Dan Cliff, I'm Mike Liederman. Mike Odino, our producer-director tonight for Fox Sports Net. And we're glad you're with us. Good wrestling coming up. We're going to take a look at the 119-pound AA matchup between Cal Ferry from Chesney Park, Harlem on the right, going for his 3rd straight championship, this time against Andy Betancourt.
Cal Ferry is wearing the orange singlet. He's just attempting a single leg right off the bat. He is very, very explosive, very offensive, and a 2-time state champion at this time.
He won at 112 last year, 103 a year ago. Oh, I'm sorry, Dan. There he is in orange. And you see the records, perfect for Ferry, ranked number 1 in his weight class. Betancourt, not too shabby either, 39-5, 6th ranked. Now Betancourt trying to show a little life. Meanwhile, Ferry with a 2-1 early lead here.
Betancourt was a junior national team member last summer, so he's not a stranger to wrestling. So. Cal Ferry in on a single leg. He elevates it and comes behind for a 2-point takedown.
And it's 4-1 for Ferry with 1:05 to go.
There you go.
And 52. Let's take a look now. Swinging it over to Class A. Cody Rudsell has just pinned his opponent, Adam Powers of Savannah. We'll watch Rudsell here, and this is at 1:02 of the first period.
Yeah, he's got a reverse cradle in there. He hooks the other leg, powers his shoulders down, and earns the fall.
And for Rudsell, his 3rd final and his 1st championship. He was 3rd a year ago at 112, 2nd the year before at 103, and now 119 champion. Back to AA as we look at Cody Rudsell and his opponent, Adam Powers from Savannah. And back we go to the Ferry Betancourt match, and Ferry with a 4-1 lead, 20 seconds and counting down in period number 1. And
the official, Randy Garcia, has just warned the bottom man for stalling Betancourt. He's asking him to improve his position.
Garcilas, longtime official, along with the assistant Dan Fulcher, familiar faces both here in this tournament. And that is the end of period number 1. They flip the disc, and it shows green.
Cal Ferry's choosing down. He'll attempt an escape to earn 1 point.
He already has the 4-1 lead. Good look at Cal Ferry. Charles Fletcher is coach at McChesney Park, Harlem. At 119, he is a junior. Remember, he's won as a freshman, a sophomore, and is looking to become one of those few wrestlers who can put 4 in a row together. Of course, he's got to get 3 in a row first.
Betancourt is hanging on the ankle. Ferry's trying to come around back behind for a reversal.
High on the arm, cross face. High on the arm, cross face.
Minute 30 to go, second period. Low scoring match so far.
There's 2-point reversal. Ferry hooked the leg and was able to score a 2-point reversal.
Now 6-1.
So far, Cal Ferry is just dominating this match.
To no one's surprise, really. Betancourt again, a 6th rank in the weight class. Under a minute to go, second period. Betancourt in the semifinal, sorry Dan, a 4-3 winner over Dan Stanton of New Lenox Lincoln Way. Ferry has just had relatively easy time for the tournament. Wins by counts of 11-4, 9-3.
Cal Ferry was just warned for stalling. He's just not coming off to the side.
Now an escape, 6-2. .25 seconds to go. That is Betancourt closest to you. Garcelis instructing both wrestlers. Looking to see progress. 5 seconds. And no points at the end, so they'll go to period 3, Dan. It's Ferry by 4.
Yes, he seems to be in command here, but I think that with the 2 stalling calls so far, they're going to have to pick up the pace a little bit.
Ferry, 2 years ago, wrestled at 98, won his first title in double overtime, 3-0. Last year was his win at 112. And here he's in command, but the pace, as you said, Dan, has slowed down some, and now Ferry might want to finish with a flourish here.
Well, he's in on a single leg right now, trying to bring him back into the center.
Garcelis will bring him to the middle. 1:29 to go.
Sometimes when you get in the final like this, you become a little cautious. And that's where they're at right now.
Well, it's interesting, you know, a match ago, Eric Tannenbaum had a very cautious quarterfinal and then picked it up in the semi and was dominant, really, in his finals match to win as a freshman. You really learn while you do, your first trip downstate. 7-3 now.
Yeah, they're both in ahead with a collar tie. And
1 minute to go. Cal Ferry in the orange, looking for his 3rd straight prep championship. Betancourt from Marist, Ferry from McChesney Park, Harlem.
Betancourt's got a Russian arm tie here. He's slowing Cal Ferry down. But if he doesn't do something with that Russian tie, he'll get called for stalling.
30 seconds to go in the match. Ferry now with a comfortable lead.
25. Go.
14-13. 10 seconds to go in this match. At 119 pounds, Cal Ferry now sewing it up. Betancourt trying to put on a late charge, and Ferry's got one leg, and that's it. 7-3, Cal Ferry. 3 years, 3 championships, can't do much better than that. And we'll be back with him, of course,
Well, he's
no doubt next year.
Yeah, he's got one more year to get 4. So.
More coming up here at the Assembly Hall at the University of Illinois. Stay with us. We're wrestling tonight. We continue now with the 125-pounders, Class A. It'll be Justin Clubb of Stillman Valley against Nick Morphew of Erie. Yes, they both wear the same clothes. Well, almost. That is Clubb on the right.
Clubb has got the black headgear on.
That'll do it. Justin Clubb won a year ago at 119, ranked number 1 in his weight class. Morphew, his first final unranked, got here with a 38-3 record. There he is from Erie High School. There's Nick and Justin on the right. Interesting thing about Justin Clubb, Dan, we were talking about this. His sister wrestles and made the sectional a couple of years ago, of course, in the boys.
Well, there are a few women in the community right now that are wrestling, in the wrestling community, and there's some of them out there that are pretty good.
Marlena, back a couple of years ago, at 103 pounds, became the first girl to advance to a high school Class A sectional meet.
Clubb's got a 2-point lead now. He got a takedown.
1 minute gone here in period number 1. Clubb there in the black headgear, taking the top spot. You're looking at Morphew there, coached by Todd McCullough. Steve Stender is the coach at Stillman Valley. They've already gotten one champion already in Cody Rudsell at 119. And Justin Clubb with 44 seconds to go. Good look at him and a 2-point lead.
Clubb with a tight waist. He's controlling the arm there, trying to bring it behind his back so he can work for a 2-point or a 3-point near fall. He lost the arm. Here goes a cradle.
These are the 125-pounders. Clubb of Stillman Valley, Morphew of Erie. Clubb with the 2-0 lead in the final 8 seconds of period number 1. Boy, it's been a good year for Stillman Valley. They won the 2A football championship. Now they got 1, maybe 2 championship wrestlers. They've got another one coming up in the heavyweight, Pat Babcock.
Yeah, they've had a good year. Stillman Valley's out of the Big Northern Conference.
And of course, Port Byron right nearby. They had a good year. They won the 3A. That's the end of the first period with the Clubb a 2-0 lead. Let's swing over to the AA. Jared Carlin of Johnsburg. He in the blue right now on top. Andy Hyatt. Hyatt is a sophomore from DeKalb. Terry McCoy is his coach. And right now Hyatt with a 2-1 lead, but anybody's match so far. 1.5 minutes to go, period number 2. And you know a lot about Andy Hyatt. We're going to see his brother Sam in the next weight class.
Right. Carlin just got a takedown here. He's very tough on top. Carlin's very good on top. Hyatt's going to have to get away here. These two have met twice this year, and each one of them have won once.
Last time Carlin beat Hyatt.
Carlin beat Hyatt in the finals of the Harvard tournament, and Hyatt beat Carlin in the semis of the sectional. So, but he's very, very good on top. He works the legs very well.
Carlin's coach Larry Zimmerman ranked 4th. Hyatt 2nd. There's a good look at Jared Carlin, a senior, 38-1, and of course that 1 was tacked onto him by Hyatt, who's 43-2.
There's a caution for a false start on Hyatt. Started a little before the whistle.
Good look at Andy Hyatt. Our spotter, Dan Jones, has worked with Andy Hyatt and his brother for quite a while. Dan's done a great job tonight helping us.
Dan Jones was his junior high coach.
Arch Richaud, our other spotter. And gentlemen, we appreciate the work greatly.
Hyatt's having a lot of trouble getting away from Carlin.
30 seconds to go, period 2, and Carlin with the 1-point lead, 3-2.
There goes the legs. He's putting the legs in. He's going to try to turn him.
Carlin, the senior, Hyatt, the soph. 10 seconds to go. Still the 1-point lead for Carlin in the blue from Johnsburg. That's the end of the second period. And while we do that, why don't we swing back over to the Club Morphew match. And Club with a 1-point lead. That is he, well, sure, in the foreground. 3-2 here too, 40 seconds to go in period number 2. And we get a stalling caution there. And off the mat, and back they'll come.
Club has got the green anklets. There he is.
Yep. Senior from Stillman Valley. Won this a year ago. Morphew unranked, his first final. 20 seconds to go, period number 2.
Nice high crotch.
And 2 points. Goes to Club with a 5-2 lead running out of time in period 2. And Justin Club working, and that is the end of the second period. He's got himself a 3-point lead at 5-2. Meanwhile, you look at Justin Club, let's swing it back to AA. Jared Carlin is still the 1-point lead over Andy Hyatt. And we have a minute and 19 to go in this match. So we're going to stay here for the duration. Hyatt, there you see him in the orange singlet. Carlin. Again, restart him.
They started on the whistle from the other mat. That's why there was no call for a caution there.
Andy Hyatt's coach Terry McCoy. Back will come to the center. Larry Zimmerman, the coach for Jared Carlin.
Carlin's very powerful, but he's just, his best position is top here. And Hyatt's having a lot of trouble with that.
1:05 to go, third period. 1-point lead still for Carlin. Blue in reverse by Andy Hyatt. Look at Hyatt. He's got 2 points in the lead. Under a minute to go.
He's only got one count on the back points. There he
More
goes.
back points. Look at Hyatt go. Boy, did this match turn in a hurry. 38 seconds to go. Still all the back points haven't been counted. 29 seconds to go.
You can hear the DeKalb crowd hollering.
Carlin with the 1-point lead through much of this match, but in the final minute, the reversal by Andy Hyatt. If he can hold on to this with 15 seconds to go, I'm counting. And there are the back points. He gave him 2. 6-3, a 3-point lead, 4 seconds to go, 3, 2, 1, and Andy Hyatt wins it. A come-from-behind 6-3 victory for the wrestler from DeKalb.
That was an outstanding match. Hyatt didn't give up and stayed with it and earned the reversal and back points to win.
So Andy Hyatt is the winner. We'll get to see his brother in the 130s. And here's the reversal again.
Sort of a switch. And he rotated around. Carlin got caught on his hip, and Andy took him right to his back.
Well, let's go over to Class A and see how that finishes out. 33 seconds to go here, and Club is dominant, although there was a reverse just a minute ago as we're coming to you by Nick Morphew. And it's a 3-point lead with 20 seconds to go for the wrestler on the bottom, Justin Clubb of Stillman Valley. 15. Ten seconds to go. 1 point awarded for an escape now. It's a 9-5, 4-point lead for Justin Clubb, and that should do it for him. 7 ticks left on the clock. It'll be Clubb's second straight championship. 2, 1, 9-5. He's got it. So the second champion for Stillman Valley High. And Justin Clubb is the champion at 125. A 9-5 victory over Nick Morphew, and there it is. There he is. Let's make it 11-5. That's the final. We'll be back with more wrestling from the Assembly Hall. The state championships continue here on Fox Sportsnet. Looking at the action here at the Assembly Hall on the University of Illinois campus. We're at the 130-pound weight class. Now we move over to the single A. Carlos Sanchez from Stanford Olympia on the right, and Ruben Villarreal, a freshman from Plano, in the purple on the left. Steve Long, Villarreal's coach. He is 38-0, ranked first. Sanchez, 36-4, coached by Mike Manahan. He is ranked fourth.
Villarreal is an outstanding freshman, obviously 38-0 in the finals of the state tournament. He's a 2-time Cadet World Trials placer, and he just showed you right there.
Gets the takedown.
Takedown, he's going to drag him back in bounds.
These are the 130s. Villarreal, you see his record, perfect at 38-0. Sanchez, 36-4. Both in their first final. Villarreal allows the escape. A minute and a half left, first period. See how aggressive Villarreal is.
Sanchez attempted a tilt, but Villarreal countered it, and now he's in a front headlock position.
Second finalist tonight for Stanford Olympia, Josh Collins, finishing second at 112. Sanchez, and they're off the mat. 2-1 count for Villarreal. On your left, Ruben the freshman, Carlos Sanchez the junior.
Carlos, come up! Step up!
35 seconds to go first period. Score remains 2-1 here.
There's that tilt again, tip that Sanchez is attempting.
Villarreal looks very, very confident. .20 seconds to go, first period. And they're off the mat. Let's head over to the Class AA 130-pounders, where we see Sam Hyatt, older brother of 125-pound champ Andy, in the black and white singlet. There's Sam on the right. Justin Dargan, his opponent from Crystal Lake Central. Hyatt is ranked 3. Dargan 4. Sam Hyatt, 4-time placer. 6th at 112 as a freshman, 4th at 98, 4th at 119 as a sophomore. Last year finished 3rd at 125. His first final right here at 130.
This is a rematch of the Rockford East sectional final, where Hyatt won 4-1. But Sam Hyatt defeated returning champ Paul Ogle in the quarterfinals that last night. So he's had a rough go to get to the finals. This should be a close match.
We have a little injury time here as there's a little bleeding that will be taken care of. Meanwhile, back to Villarreal against Sanchez. Villarreal now has opened up a 3-1 lead as we are 30 seconds into period number 2.
Very nice drag and then suck back to his back.
2 more points and back points. Total of 4. So now Villarreal with a commanding 7-1 advantage here, midway through the match. And Villarreal is indicating the escape allowed. Sanchez from Stanford Olympia.
In on a double leg, powers through it.
There we go, 2 more. Minute 5 to go, second period. Again, an allowed escape. 9-3. L'Oreal blocking the shot by Sanchez there.
Pressure.
45 seconds to go. And again, Villarreal seems in control. Meanwhile, the Class AA match has resumed starting period number 2, so we are about to head back there with Sam Hyatt against Justin Dargan. Meanwhile, we leave here 9-3. Villarreal very much in control. And that's Class A. Over to AA. Sam Hyatt in the black and white, trying to work his way out. Justin Dargan trying to grab both legs. Hyatt with a 2-0 lead, a minute and a half left in period number 2.
There was an attempted switch. It looks like he's going to get an escape here.
And there is the official Ed Ludy. That is Ed Ludy, definitely.
Yes, it is.
Okay. There's Ed. Well, that's the back of him.
Hyatt in the red ankle bands with a 3-0 lead.
On the right in your picture. Trying to emulate his kid brother. Andy winning at 125. Sam, much the aggressor here with a minute 5 to go. He has a 3-0 lead on Justin Dargan.
Sam is signed to go to NIU, Northern Illinois University next year. He was an early signer. Outstanding student.
And you see where they've fixed the, put some cotton in the nostril there, stop the bleeding. Makes it a little tougher to breathe, but Sam obviously feels confident with the 5-0 lead. He's going to allow the escape. Big story in Hyatt's run through the tournament was his defeat of defending champion Paul Ogle in the quarterfinals, that in overtime.
It was a great match.
Ogle, had a 3-2 lead, got called for stalling in the final 30 seconds.
And then in the overtime, Ogle took a shot on Sam Hyatt, and Sam countered, came up with a takedown for the win.
Made his old junior high school coach proud too, you better believe it. Our buddy Dan Jones is sitting here to Dan Cliff's right. Dargan at 42-3 on the year, coached by Mark Tatelman. Hyatt, of course, coached by Terry McCoy. 15 seconds to go here in period number 2. 5 seconds.
Another takedown.
Hyatt now out to a 7-1 lead as the buzzer sounds for the end of the second period. And Justin Dargan has not been able to mount much of an offense at all. 2 minutes to go. You see the signal for another allowed escape by Sam Hyatt. I guess you can call that the Hyatt touch, huh? I'm sorry.
Oh, it's an optional start that you're allowed to use so that you can release your opponent and go for 2, as we talked about earlier.
Well, there are 2 things. You're either more comfortable on your feet, or you feel you can dominate your opponent and trade 2 or more points for 1.
Exactly. And in Andy Hyatt's position, you know, he's better off not wrestling on the mat with Carlin. He's better off on his feet. Like you said, you feel more comfortable on your feet. But here Sam is pretty much dominating 7-2 right now.
Could have a brother-brother victory streak here. Under a minute 30 to go.
Couldn't happen to a nicer family.
Yeah, from your area. You like everybody with an 815 area code, don't you? 7-2 the score. Sam Hyatt in the black with his back to you. Trying to press the advantage. Justin Dargan, senior from Crystal Lake Central. There he is. Has not been able to mount offense at all. The only points coming on allowed escapes for Dargan.
Sam is very fundamental. I mean, he's just always in a good stance, always in good position. And you see right there, he countered and got a 2-point takedown.
It's interesting the fact that Andy joined the wrestling team this year as a sophomore. They would work with each other after practice. Both said it made each of them better wrestlers working against the brother.
That's a lot of times that's the case.
I understand. As you, I'm sure, beat up on brother Joe. Wait, who would get the? You're both about the same size, right?
Yeah, we wrestled a lot.
Okay, and now who came out the better of it?
It depends on who you ask.
Well, obviously, I can only ask you. We'll get Joe over here to
Joe always
debunk everything. Yeah, okay. Just by virtue of seniority. More points awarded. And comfortably ahead here is Sam Hyatt. Final 20 seconds of the 130-pound Class AA match, the championship.
There comes a chant from the DeKalb crowd again.
10 seconds to go. 5, 4, 3, 2. He'll run it out. 1. And that's it. Both Hyatts are winners. Sam a 10-2 victor over Justin Dargan of Crystal Lake Central. And a big day for DeKalb High School. Over on the Class A side, Villarreal, as we were telling you, completely dominated Carlos Sanchez, 17-7. His win there in the Class A. Villarreal of Plano is the winner in the Class A. More to come, so stay right with us. Championship action here on the University of Illinois campus. Mike Lederman, Dan Cliff, along with you here at the Assembly Hall, the 63rd Illinois State High School Wrestling Individual Championships. Class A now we pick up two-time defending champion Paul Collum of Romeoville. He is in blue, looking for his third title against Chad Isaacson of Glenbard North. Collum from Romeoville. We spoke about him early, and he is one of the best.
He's already a two-time champion, attempting his third. He's signed at University of Illinois. Nice duck under to a double and a bear hug, but no points.
There's Isaacson. You see he's a sophomore. Mark Hahn is his coach, 38 up, 9 down for the season, unranked in his class. Collum, of course, number one. And there's Paul with Isaacson trying to power him out of the circle.
He's countering the shot.
Head up.
The only time he did not win a championship, he lost to the eventual champion as a freshman after qualifying at state. That was back all the way back in 1997. My. That was a millennium ago.
Isaacson in on a single. Collins countering by grabbing his ankles and pulling him in.
45 seconds to go, first period, scoreless here still. Bit of a surprise. Dan Farinosi, the referee. Let's make that, it's Tom Haniff.
He's assisted by Greg Cozy.
Off the mat.
And Haniff scores it 2.
Get out right now.
Collum leads by 2 here with 19 seconds.
He gave him 2 on that.
Yes, he did.
Right away.
His feet were in bounds and he was above the ankles.
15 seconds to go, first period. Paul Collum at 30 up and 2 down. His only 2 losses to Eric Novak, and Novak will be wrestling at 140 for the championship next match.
1 point escape before the buzzer there.
And that's an interesting rivalry between Collum and Novak. And Collum freely admits that Novak has made him a better wrestler. He said, it'd make me better still if I could beat him once. Collum breaks away, gets a point for an escape. It's now a 3-1 lead. Meanwhile, over at the Class A mat, let's take a look there. Tony Pedrosa, a junior. He is in the red right there at top. Seth Heim of Rock Falls, his opponent. Pedrosa, 3rd ranked. Heim, 2nd ranked. Coached by Rich Montgomery. Mike Papini is Pedrosa's coach. At this point, Pedrosa with a 4-3 lead with about half the match gone. And Pedrosa's got to win hairstyle of the year, even if you can barely make it out through the headgear. There you go. Got the Rodman look.
It's a tie score right now, 4-4.
On the escape. Heim on the right, Pedrosa on the left. I'm saying, gee, how'd you get that here? How'd you get your hair that way? I'm sure that's what he's saying to him right now.
Pedrosa in on a bear hug.
Takes Heim down.
Heim countered with a headlock.
And Heim has got Pedrosa. Counting back points here.
Pedrosa rolled him through for a reversal now.
And it's 9-4.
9-6.
Now it's 9-6, right? Pedrosa trails by 3. Good action in this match. 15 seconds to go, 2nd period. Pedrosa trying to...
Pedrosa's had a wrist right there, and he was trying to tilt him. He almost got himself in trouble.
Still 9-6 with 1 second to go. Here in period number 2. There's Pedrosa. Trails by 3. 9-6. Okay, 2 minutes to go in regulation here in this match. Let's go back to AA. We'll see Paul Collum just starting the 3rd period against Chad Isaacson. Collum, not a big lead, only 3-1 at this point.
But Isaacson's been warned for stalling already, though. So he's going to have to pick it up here.
Minute 49 to go. 3rd period. The 135-pound championships.
Mark Johnson from University of Illinois said he signed Paul Collum because he's excellent in all 3 areas of wrestling. On his feet, on the bottom, and on top.
And Collum now with a minute 30 to go. Let's switch back to A. Meanwhile, Heim has got Pedrosa. Got a 5-point lead, and there's the fall. Oh, what timing. A minute 18 left. And Seth Heim from Rock Falls, the champion. 4:42 is the time of the fall, and here it is.
Another attempted bear hug, and Heim's going to try to counter with a headlock, it looks like. No, it comes off his back into a headlock. Sits through. He's got Pedrosa on his back. He's just going to settle him down and force his back. He forces both scapula to the mat, and he scores a fall.
And just looking.
As you can see it right there as he pushes his back down. As soon as his back touches the mat for 2 seconds, they'll call the fall.
Coming up here, watch
right
Weiser, the official, and there it is. 4:42. So Seth Heim, as a junior, wins the state title. Back we go to Collum and Isaacson. Still anybody's match, a 1-point lead for Paul Collum. And there's a stall call. Did they?
That was a caution.
Still 3-2, no points awarded. Okay, Collum in the blue. Two-time state champion. Isaacson 38-9, very much surprise here. And he's pushing his advantage. Look at Isaacson. He's got him.
In trouble.
10 seconds to go, and Isaacson has got the lead on Collum. 8-7, 6-5. They give him back point 6-3, and there's an upset right here. Look at that, Chad Isaacson, boy. Collum is shocked. And Isaacson from Glenbard North. Chad Isaacson with last-minute heroics.
Isaacson apparently has had a great tournament, and he finished it by beating a two-time state champion.
Wow, that is some effort. Paul Collum walks off very much disappointed, but look at the joy. Look at the move. Just got him, look.
Just forces him to his back there, and you'll see the official come in and start counting back points.
Final 15 seconds of the match just turned it completely around. Oh my God, the coaches are ecstatic. Mark Hahn, and there's their wrestler. Boy, what a job he did. Congratulations to Chad Isaacson. So that's our first upset of the evening, and boy, is it a big one, Dan.
Collum is one of the best wrestlers rated in the country, let alone the state, and this is a major upset.
All right, there's much more to come here at Champaign-Urbana. Stay tuned, we'll be back. A look at the well-lit ceiling here at the Assembly Hall. We bring you the 140-pound matches here in Class A. The red, Brian Hawkhurst, a senior from Mount Zion, and he's going against undefeated Eric Novak, another senior from Tinley Park. We started talking about him earlier, Dan. Novak, an outstanding wrestler, probably hasn't gotten his due. His best finish last year, 6th at 140. But we heard about what he did to Paul Collum, who just got upset in 135. Novak, really, as they say, probably one of the best wrestlers in the state never to win a title.
Yeah, he's 39-0. He was 6th last year at 140. He's very solid, very stays in position.
Hawkshurst, coached by Grant Eckenrod, no slouch either. 3rd a year ago at 140, 45-1. Of course, Mount Zion, one of those schools that has switched classifications, now an A. Used to be a AA school. AA, yeah, that's it. It's now in AA. Used to be a, Dan, you just tell me and I'll, right.
He's in
Used to be
AA
an
now.
A, now he's in AA.
There
right.
you go.
The whole school is, not just Hawkshurst. All right.
They moved to the larger classification.
That's it. Thank you very much. That's why you're in the Hall of Fame and leading the parade.
Hawkshurst was also a cadet national team member. Oh, they almost came right into the camera there.
And almost took out one of our microphones. Dan Fulcher, the lead official. Along with Dan Cliff, I'm Mike Lederman. Hope you're enjoying the state wrestling finals, the individual finals. Of course, we'll be bringing you the dual team meets. That comes up shortly. Novak in the black, 39-0 from Andrew. Hawkshurst from Mount Zion. There he is in the red. And we are still scoreless with 7 seconds left to go in period number 1.
5 seconds.
2, 1. Okay, that's the end of period 1. Novak and Hawkshurst tied scoreless. Let's swing over now. Over in Class A, you will see Luke Weigand. He's on the mat from Eureka, 36-4, unranked against the number 1 ranked David Tackett, a senior from Olympia, Stanford Olympia, their 3rd finalist tonight, and probably the one with the best chance of winning. Coming into the matches, Both other Stanford Olympia finalists have lost this evening. And Tackett 37-3. Third a year ago at 135. Moved up to 140. Now with the permitted escape, Wigan leads 4-3. A minute 20 to go, second period. Wigan gets the leg.
Pull it in! Pull it back to the middle! Pull it to the middle!
1 minute left, period 2. Eureka coaches are telling him to pull Tackett to the middle.
Keep going with that! Keep
Here's
going!
David Tackett,
Your shot! Your shot! Your shot!
top ranked at 140. Wigan unranked, but nobody told him. Pushing the advantage here, leading by 1, 45 seconds to go, Dan. Period 2.
There he goes, attempting a shot. Weigel's countering, forcing his head inside for position there.
It's Luke Wiegand from Eureka. If I said Wiegand, I apologize. Pronounced Wiegand. And 17 seconds to go. Luke is up a point against the favored David Tackett of Stanford Olympia. Tackett going for the leg, and Wiegand fights him off. Now trying to circle. And he gets the reverse.
He spun around for a takedown there. He got 2 points. Now he leads 5-4.
Tackett getting those 2 points now as the period ends. So 2 minutes left here.
Tackett makes his choice to go down so he can get an escape.
I'll keep you posted on the double-A match between Eric Novak and Brian Hawkshurst. Right now, let's swing over there and see what's going on. As you saw the takedown, is Tackett got 2 more points. So just finishing the second period here. And Hawkshurst still with that 1-0 lead. Novak undefeated. Hawkshurst 1 loss on the year in 46 matches. Now we may have a little need for an injury time. Let's go back to single A. And as we were leaving, you saw Tackett getting another takedown. He has a 7-4 lead. And 1:23 left to go in period 3, allowing the escape. Tackett very confident here. .105 to go. It's a 2-point lead now. Setting up for a big finish. Tackett in the blue and white, Wiegand in the green and white. And 2 points given to Wiegand, so we're tied at 7. Well, we thought it'd be a tight match. Tackett seemed to, at least on paper, have the edge. Now we're all tied, 47 ticks left in regulation.
There's an escape.
A loud escape. Boy, that's nervy. Under 30 seconds to go. Tackett, a 1-point edge. Again, the strategy there, you're tied, you're an underdog, you allow the escape with 40 seconds to go. Obviously, you think a takedown's going to win it for you. And here he goes, the wrong way.
Well, if you don't feel confident that you can ride somebody, you might as well let him go now and and have time to get the takedown.
Well, there's the takedown, but the takedown came from Tackett. And that should do it with 5 seconds to go in a 3-point lead. 2-1, and there it is. close match, but David Tackett makes Coach Mike Menahan a winner for the first time in 3 tries tonight. A 10-7 decision over Luke Wiegand of Eureka.
He scored 3 points.
Oh, they gave him 3 points at the end on back points. Okay, 13-7. A lot closer than that. Let's switch over here to Class AA very quickly because this match has got 43 seconds to go between Novak and Hawkshurst. And we're tied at 1, so we've got another throw-in finish coming up here.
Hawkshurst has got a warning for stalling, so he's going to have to pick it up.
Hawkshurst in the red, Novak shooting a leg. Under 30 seconds to go. Eric Novak from Tinley Parks Andrew. Hawkshurst from Mount Zion. 20 seconds to go. And Hawkshurst still no points.
Hawkshurst showed great balance there.
10 seconds to go. Looking at overtime. 7, 6, 5. Novak thinking about a move, but will take it to OT.
Now they'll go 2 minutes, sudden death overtime. The first point scored will be the winner.
Novak undefeated. Hawkshurst only 1 loss. Hawkshurst in red, Novak in the black.
Stalemate call, they'll start him up again.
Novak had a narrow escape in the semifinals, 2-1 over Phil DeCosta of Moline.
Good work, Eric. Good work now. There it is. There it is. There it is. At the edge. Look where you're at.
Hawkshurst got a couple of pins in his first 2 rounds.
Hold single. Hold single. On the stop. Hold D. Hold D.
Both wrestlers are looking for position there. Trying to get inside so they can make a shot.
Tied at 1. One minute gone in the overtime. Again, it's sudden death or sudden victory. That's the euphemism, right?
Politically correct way.
Absolutely. Stall warning. You don't want to lose an overtime on a stall. 48 seconds to go.
Now each wrestler has a stalling call right now.
Novak in black. Hawkshurst right there at you. Two seniors. 30 seconds to go in overtime. And back they'll come to the middle. 22 seconds to go. You know these are 2 tired guys.
The regulation match is 6 minutes, and they're going to have to wrestle 2.5 minutes more.
Five seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, now it'll be a 30-second, and here's the flip. This is probably the most important call of the night for these 2 guys.
Novak will get the call. He'll choose down the tiebreaker. Now, if Novak has 30 seconds to get away, if he gets away, he wins. If he doesn't get away, he loses.
If Hawkshurst can ride him out, he will win. Back they come, 24 seconds to go.
Stalemate call there.
Crowd is into this. Boy, this place is full tonight.
They didn't like that call, did they?
20 seconds to go. Hawkshurst holding on. Novak trying to break it. And there's a stall call.
And Farinosi just called stalling.
called a stall on Hawkshurst, so Novak wins it. And you hear the crowd. 2-1 and OT on a stall. Well, for Eric Novak, retribution of sorts. He gets the win after finishing 6th the year ago.
The official
And
called
he'll
that.
take it, yeah.
Official called that stalling call because he wasn't taking him back to the mat. He has to take it back down to the mat, otherwise it's stalling.
Here it is. They're just sort of dancing here. And
Novak's trying to get away, and they're not taking him to the mat. They call it stalling.
so there he is, Eric Novak. Got a little shiner for his pains, but he'll take it to go with a championship. The Andrews Senior, the state champion, Class AA at 140 pounds. We'll be back. We'll see the Martinez match after this. Okay, get set to see this year's top wrestler in the state of Illinois. Israel Martinez from Aurora West. George Dyke is coach at 145 Class AA, and he's looking for his 3rd championship in 3 years. Martinez, 33-0. Tim Springs, not exactly a slacker either. Ranked 2nd in the weight class, finished 2nd at 135 a year ago. Sean McSweeney, his coach. 30 seconds gone. We bring him back to the center. Good look at Israel Martinez. Brother Nathan, a 2-time state champion. He graduated a year ago. Martinez goes for the leg. Springs.
Double leg, and over he goes.
And gets our cameraman.
Come on now, come on, let's go.
No score yet. Terry okay? Just give us a, yeah, all right. Oh yeah, he's fine. Okay. It's that wheelchair that does it for him. Just about a minute gone here in period 1. Israel Martinez with his back to you. Tim Springs from Bremen.
Martinez was 4th in the Cadet World Games, and also like a 2-time Cadet All-American.
And he's got a winning streak of, I believe, at last count, 113 in a row. There goes Martinez looking for the points. Not yet.
Nice fireman's carry. Going to drive Springs back into the center. There it goes. Should be 2 points now.
Farinosi, Dan Farinosi, the official, gives him the 2. Clock is stopped again.
They'll head back to the center. Martinez with the legs in. He almost got himself in trouble there a little bit, but he was able to sneak out of it there.
Final 5 seconds of period 1. 2-1, 2-0 in favor of Martinez after 1. And the disc toss, Martinez says he'll, I don't know what he's saying, he's waiting for Springs. Springs will be down. Martinez shows him an allowed escape. So it's 2-1. Let's go over to the Class A match, where another veteran is trying for his 3rd championship. Senior Steve Amy, he's in the maroon right there. Amy from Rock Ridge, Taylor Ridge. Dad's his coach, Rick. 39-1 on the year, 1 at 140 a year ago, 2nd at 140 2 years ago, and 1 at 130 3 years ago. His opponent, Jeremy Kenny from Oregon. Mike Papini, his coach, unranked 32-5. And giving Amy all he can handle right now, trailing only 3-0 with 15 seconds gone in period number 2.
Amy's in on a double leg. He's trying to drag his toes and keep them in bounds so he can score a takedown. It's sort of like a football player dragging his toes as he catches the ball.
Make sure he stays in bounds.
Yep.
It was Steve Amy a couple of years ago that broke the string where he finished second in an epic match with Sandwich's Ben Hay. And it went down to the final minutes, final seconds. It was an 11-10 final. Other than that, Steve Amy would be going for his 4th state title. Right now he's taking 2 and trying to hit to right.
Nice double leg, elevated, and taken
Down
down
he goes,
for
2 more. 5-0 now for Steve Amy. And Kenny wonders what hit him after that. Minute 5 to go, second period.
Amy is ranked by Win Magazine as one of the top 20 recruits in the nation this year.
Okay, you're ready now. 1 minute. After here, 1 minute.
Kenny gets the permitted escape, so it's now 5-1. Under a minute to go, period 2. 45 seconds now.
You be tougher here. Focus here. 30 seconds go. Huh? Come on after.
30 seconds to go, second period. Steve Amy now has established control.
There's another shot. Single leg, he's changing to a double.
And that's good for 2.
16 seconds. Line up the body. 11, hold him here. Break it down. 11.
Coming to the end of period number 2 with the 140 Class A match. Steve Amy with the 7-1 lead. Very much in control. There's a good look at Steve. Let's go to Double A now. We'll see how the Martinez Springs match is coming along, and it's close. 6-2, 2 takedown lead for Israel Martinez.
Israel's got 3 takedowns so far, and Springs has been warned for stalling.
Martinez went, he's been a range of weight classes. Started out at 112, then went up to 130, now he's in 145. Maybe by senior year he'll be a light heavy or something.
Well, his father's a big man, too.
Yeah, well, usually you jump a weight class. But brother Nathan went at 125 and 140. Big brother Nathan.
Now, Springs is a pretty physical wrestler, and I think it seems like it's starting to frustrate Israel.
1:15 to go, still a 6-2 lead to see for Martinez. He's in the background, Springs in the foreground, the red and black.
Ready? Go.
Springs trying to swipe at the leg.
Attempted a foot sweep there and missed.
45 seconds to go here.
Springs with the underhook. Israel shoots the fireman's carry.
No points.
Official says no takedown.
30 seconds to go to championship number 3. Of course, we were saying that about Paul Collum, too, for a few seconds. But Mr. Isaacson had something to say about that.
That's why they make you wrestle him.
That's sure. 20 seconds, 19. Dan Farinosi, the official, brings him back to center. 10 seconds to go.
Springs trying to jack him up and throw him.
Well, with 5 seconds to go, now 3. Springs looks at the scoreboard.
Quick shot. Quick shot.
And it doesn't look good for him. 1 second left, and that'll do it. 6-2. Israel Martinez has championship number 3. Not a lot of action in the match, but Martinez gets it done. Runs his record to 34-0. He's won 114 in a row, only lost on a body slam, right? That's the only match he ever lost. That was his freshman year.
Or if you don't bring a wrestler down under control and someone gets hurt, it's illegal and you lose.
Well, Israel Martinez got a picture and a profile in Sports Illustrated this week, and he certainly merits it now. Merited it before. He's got a championship at 145. Likewise, Steve Amy, the senior from Taylor Ridge, Rock Ridge, he wins the Class A 145. More to come. Stay with us. Good crowd tonight. They've had a lot to look at, a lot to cheer about. Let's take a look at the 152-pounders. That's Mike Kimberlin of Kankakee McNamara in the gold. Joey Spiker from Reed Custer Braidwood in the black with the, I don't know what the design is, Dan.
I can't tell what it is.
I gotta, don't want to get too close. Kimberlin, a junior, 34-2, ranked number 1 in the weight class. Ron Young is his coach. Second a year ago. Once again to Ben Hay. Gave Steve Amy year before that. Spiker ranked second. Thomas Davis, his coach, his first finals appearance. Spiker at 37-3. He's in the black. With I don't know. Maybe it's a Comet?
Yes, that's what I think it is.
It's a Comet.
Yep.
25. Snap it.
No scoring here. 45 seconds to go, first period. There are the records. Kimberlin 34-2, Spiker 37-3. I told you, Kimberlin finished second at this weight a year ago. There goes Kimberlin now, and he gets the takedown. 20 seconds, first period. Quick move by Mike.
Yeah, it was like a re-hit, sort of. Spiker took a shot, and then Kimberlin re-hit him and drove through it.
Haig Negotiate is the referee. Here's Haig. Final seconds, period number 1. And there he goes again. Did he get him? No points.
He stood up trying to get an escape, and Kimberlin took him back down before the escape was allowed.
So a 2-0 lead for Kimberlin as we go over to Class AA. Chris Henry from OPRF, Oak Park River Forest. 37-6 in the blue and orange. On the left, and in the Anthony Castillo on the right as they just finished. Period number 1, they're scoreless.
Henry was on the junior national team last summer, and Castillo was a 2-time cadet national team member.
Mark King is Castillo's coach. Chris Henry 37 up, 6 down, unranked. Castillo 39-1, number 1 ranked. Opening seconds of period number 2. And off the mat.
Bill Marquardt, the official, is lining him up here.
30 seconds gone in period 2. Castillo should be the big favorite here, but no score yet. 1:20 to go.
There's an attempted cradle.
Henry really looking to be the aggressor here.
That's Castillo on the cradle attempt on top.
You're still on, guys.
And still no score. There is Henry. 55 seconds to go, second period, and we're still scoreless. Meanwhile, Kimberlin and Spike are over an A. Kimberlin with a 3-0 lead.
Castillo's trying to cradle him. Here he is. Got a cradle. Taking him to his back. Bill Marquardt's counting the near fall points.
Plenty of time left in the period.
He's trying to elevate his hips there so he can get his back to the net. But Henry's
good job by Henry. Got away.
Yes, it was. It was very good.
Ten seconds to go. Second period. 2-1. And it's a 3-0 lead for Castillo.
Another shot attempt there by Castillo.
That's Castillo in the blue. Henry in the orange, trailing with 1:41. Now we have a bit of an injury timeout. We'll take a few moments as Ed Ludy looks over Chris Henry back to A, where Mike Kimberlin has a 4-0 lead now on Joey Spiker. Spiker just penalized a point for a stall here with 1:50 to go, and gets the escape, so it's 4-1. $152-pounders, Class A. You see Kimberlin in the gold. Second place finisher at this weight a year ago from Kankakee McNamara, Joey Spiker from Reed Custer. In the black, trailing now. 4-1.
Both wrestlers trying to get position again so they can get a shot in. Double leg attempt. And go out of bounds.
Haig Negocian sends him back to the middle. Kimberlin less than a minute to go with a 3-point edge. And he goes low.
It's a little hook single attempt there and wasn't able to get anything with it.
Spiker's got 40 seconds to make up 3 points. 25. And back they'll come.
Spiker's trying to go upper body so he could throw him, and Kimberlin's taking low shots to take that away from him.
15 seconds to go. Kimberlin with the lead, looking for his first title. He's a junior, Spiker's the senior. 7 seconds. And Kimberlin can't wait to finish this one out. 2, 1, and that's it. So Mike Kimberlin with a 4-1 victory at 152 wins his first state championship as a junior after a second place finish a year ago. And meanwhile, over at the Class AA, we switch over quickly. We can get the celebration for Anthony Castillo. 5-2, he's a winner. Lions LaGrange wrestler at 152 AA over Chris Henry. That's the story. Castillo runs off, and there's Mike Kimberlin with his coaches. And he's a happy young guy. Okay, stay right with us. 160 pounders coming up. And we'll have them for you right here. The 160-pound Class A and AA matchups here. We'll take a look at AA first. And we'll see one of the more interesting stories of this season's wrestling. Nick Pasolano, a senior from Providence Catholic, 43-0, going after a state championship against Pete Friedel of Orland Park Sandburg. Mike Poles' wrestler is ranked third. Pasolano is ranked number 1. There he is in green. Pasolano, as wrestling fans around here know, spent several years playing football for Matt Sefner and that juggernaut he has down there at Providence. But a couple of knee injuries really set him back. So this year he concentrated strictly on wrestling and has recorded 27 pins on 2 bad pins. 2 bad knees, we should say. His pins are out. So there's Nick. And Pete Friedel's got to be frustrated because he's faced Pasolano 3 times this season and lost all 3 times. So you know how tough it is to keep beating somebody. We'll see what Pasolano does, and maybe Friedel can get the big upset here.
It's hard to beat a good wrestler that many times in one season. We'll see what happens here.
Meanwhile, over at Class A, Dan Niles, a senior 22-0 from Yorkville in the red and black, is on the bottom against Jeremy Benish from Oregon. Benish, second place finisher a year ago at 140. Niles won this a year ago at 160.
Benish wrestled 152 pounds all season, but to help his team balance him out a little bit towards the end of the season, he moved up to 160 to help him win the regional.
He's got a 5-4 lead now with less than 30 seconds to go in period 1. A lot of action in this match.
Keep going, Dan. Keep going. Go, let's go. Come on, Dan.
15 seconds, period 1. Benish in red without the stripe. Niles with the black. And Ed Ludy sends him back to the middle. Dan Niles undefeated 22-0. Benish undefeated 39-0. So as the first period ends, Benish chooses down.
Work him. That pressure. Positions. Keep wrestling. Hips. Down.
Here, Mr. Ludy telling him to keep wrestling there.
Pace has slackened off quite a bit.
Please report at this time. You should be in the awards area by this time in full uniform.
There's Jeremy. It's a 1-2 matchup here. Benish almost getting the escape, but almost doesn't count.
He was almost away, and Niles bear hugged him, pulled him in, so he couldn't get away there.
one of the many additions to the wrestling tournament this year here at the Assembly Hall was a food drive where the IHSA invited, as you see a point there for the escape, invited all the participating teams to bring food to, quote, take down hunger. And they teamed up with supermarkets that would match the winning weight of the food that was distributed, and that was collected, and that would be distributed to the needy throughout the area. And the winner, the team that, or the school that donated the most food, brought the most food down here, Champaign Centennial, 562 pounds. Probably enough for a couple of guys who don't have to make weight. Right? But again, a wonderful addition to the weekend, and our congratulations and our thanks to Champaign Centennial, of course, all the teams and all the schools that participated. And this is really developing into an even bigger tournament. They've got video arcades up in the Assembly Hall and face painting and hospitality rooms, so the tournament keeps expanding. Dave Ganaway is the IHSA Assistant Executive Director in charge here. Brian Flynn helping him out. Brian, the nephew of Jim Flynn, who's the IHSA representative here for many, many years. And we want to say hi to Jim.
Finishing on a single leg on the edge.
And Benish now with a 2-point lead. 14 seconds to go, period number 2. Miles of the Yorkville Foxes. That says Foxes right there on the singlet. And Miles trying to reverse, doesn't get it. 4 seconds to go. Two, 1, so it's 6-4. Benish will take that 2-point lead into the final period. Let's go over to AA. Nick Pasolano has just scored a takedown to go up 2-1 in a match that was held up by some injury time. I guess Pasolano was bleeding quite a bit. That's all been taken care of. 30 seconds to go in period number 2. Pete Friedel.
Pasolano's got the legs in, but Friedel's shaking him off, trying to get a reversal here. Oh, scored an escape.
And there it is, an escape with 17 seconds to go. And we're tied at 2. Friedel from Sandburg. Pasolano from Providence. New Lenox. 10 seconds to go, period number 2. 2 tight matches here in this weight class.
Yeah, they are. Pasolano's trying to pull his leg through.
Tony Clark says no points as the period ends. Let's go to, as you see Pasolano checking the bleeding from the nostril, let's go over to Class A, where Benish holding on to the slimmest of leads, 1 point. There he is on the left over Dan Niles. 1 minute left to go in this match at 160 in Class A. Jeremy Benish from Oregon. Pasolano, Dan Niles tried for a shot there. Benish blocked him. 48 seconds to go. You want to predict this one, Dan?
I think whoever gets the last takedown is going to win. Somebody's going to have to take somebody down here.
See the clock in the background, 39 and counting.
Benish is in trouble here.
And Niles tries to make a move. Does he get the 2? Ed Ludy still hasn't signaled, and off the mat, no. Just off the mat, as Benish was able to get out of bounds.
Benish seems to be hurt.
Yeah, that right knee. They start the injury time, says the official, and he just grabbed for his knee as he wrenched his way free.
Yeah, I didn't see anything that he might have gotten hurt, but Benish was an outstanding football player for the Oregon football team as well.
Meanwhile, let's go back to AA with Pasolano and Friedel tied at 2. There's been a lot of injury time here. We're in the final period, just starting period number 3. Pessolano in green, Friedel in the blue and yellow. Pessolano trying to escape as they're underway, tied at 2. Let's go back with 15 seconds to go to Class A. And counting. 14 now, 13. Niles trails by 1 against Jeremy Benish. 10 seconds.
There's a stalling call against Jeremy Benish. That should tie it up.
It does. They haven't put the point up. Now they have. 6 seconds to go. That's Benish on the left, Niles on the right. And Niles tries for the takedown, and we go to overtime.
Sudden death overtime. 2 minutes, and the first person that scores wins.
Benish had the lead, but got caught for the stalling. Got called for stalling. And now we're into the 2-minute OT. Benish trying to move on Niles. 15 seconds gone in the overtime. Now Niles trying to come back off the mat. Nothing happened.
Nice flurry. Very nice flurry. Couple of counters by Benish and then one by Niles.
Niles with his back to you. He won this division a year ago. Benish second at 140 a year ago. A minute 20 left to go in the sudden death. If they complete this, they'll go to a 30-second ride out. Attempted ride out. Minute 13. Niles on your right, Benish on your left.
Niles seems to be pushing into Benish a lot here.
Next point wins.
Benish.
And Benish got the leg.
Right in a single leg. Niles trying to counter him. They go out of bounds. No points.
51 seconds.
I was just going to say, Benish needs to take a shot here. He'll get called for stalling. Then he took a shot.
Niles going. Benish breaks it. 41 seconds to go. We'll keep you appraised of the Pessolano-Friedel match that had a lot more injury time, but it's in its final seconds. We'll show you the end of that one way or the other. 30 seconds to go in the overtime here, still tied. Niles and Benish.
Finishing on a double leg.
20 seconds, that's Niles trying to hold him off. And now Niles tries to make a move on Benish. Does he get the 2?
Benish ducked under.
No!
Great flurry. Great
14
flurry.
seconds to go. Nine seconds, counting down. 5.
Looks like it's going to go to the tiebreaker.
And that's it. It will go to the tiebreaker. 30 seconds. They'll flip. Meanwhile, over Double A, Nick Pessolano has won over Pete Friedel again by a score of 5-3.
Dan Niles got the choice in Class A. He's going to go down. He's got 30 seconds to get away.
If you notice, by the way, I'm sorry, Dan, Friedel didn't shake hands with them. Friedel was very frustrated with all the injury delays, and I didn't see a handshake there. Pessolano went over to him. Did you? I may have missed it, but Friedel was very, very frustrated. Here at 30 seconds, can Niles get away? Not quite. 22 seconds.
Benish, all he has to do is ride him out to win the state championship. All Niles has to do is get away.
What a hard-fought match this has been. Benish leading most of the way over the defending state champion. Did Niles do it? Yeah, he did.
1 point.
Dan Niles in the OT with the escape. And that's a second state championship for Dan Niles.
That was a great match.
15 seconds into the second overtime. Dan Niles of Yorkville outfoxed Jeremy Benish of Oregon. Wow. One tired wrestler right there. All right, getting up in weights. 171 next as we take a look. You see Niles makes the escape, and he knows he's got it. So does his coach. Bob Long and company are very happy. And Dan Niles, his second state championship. Back after this. 63rd Illinois High School Association Individual Wrestling Championships from the Assembly Hall here on the campus of the U of I in Champaign. Along with Dan Cliff, I'm Mike Lederman. Our Fox Sports Net crew, we hope you're enjoying this as we get into the higher weight classes. The 171-pounders, you're looking at the Class AA contestants. Brian Glenn, whose teammate Nick Pasolano just won at 160. There is Glenn, a senior, perfect record 39-0 against another perfecto, Jermaine Dade from Quincy. Raleigh Platts, wrestler, 43-0. He's ranked second in the class. Glenn third for Keith Healy in Providence.
Quick takedown there.
And Dade with the 2-point advantage in the opening 8 seconds of this match. There is Jermaine Dade. Brian Glenn qualified 5th at 145 a year ago. Dade's first trip to the finals.
160-pound award winners, please report at this time to the
Greg Cozy is the referee.
160
Dan Farinosi is the assistant.
Please report. This is the one call you will receive. Please report.
So 2 undefeateds going at it here. 30 seconds gone in the first period.
Somebody's going to have to come out with a loss.
This is a point. Good match at 160 in Class A. Boy, that was really exciting to see.
Outstanding.
Niles Benish, they were going at it tooth and nail for 7.5 minutes. Well, 7 minutes and 15 seconds anyway.
There's an escape.
Yeah. Brian Glenn getting his first point.
Gwynn's got that overhook, and Dade's blocking with his head.
.45 seconds to go, period 1. Again, Glenn tries a shot. Dade tries a shot. Glenn backs off.
As fast as that first takedown happened, I thought this was going to be a really high-scoring period, and it slowed down on us here. There's a single leg attempt. Counter shot. Another shot.
Boy, Dade came back.
There we go. Now it's picking up.
Yeah, you bet. 22 seconds to go. It's 2-1 still for Jermaine Dade.
Attendance is 9,691 for a total attendance at the IHSA finals of 34,332. Wrestling fans, we thank you.
8 seconds left. First period. Well, we thought there were about 10,000 in the stands tonight. Turns out the official word, 9,695. Total for the 2 day sessions, over 34,000. It's a lot of wrestling fans. Over on single A, we're looking at Nigel Collins in the blue. Well, you're looking at the back end of him against Tyrone Bird of Clinton.
Stalemate call. Bill Marquardt called it. They'll go back up to their feet again.
33 seconds to go first period. They are scoreless. Collins qualified at this event, at this weight class a year ago, and Bird fourth at 152 in 1999. Bird is a junior, Collins a senior. Collins 38-0, Bird 38-1. So you've got 3 of the 4 wrestlers undefeated in this weight classification. That's the end of the first period, scoreless. Nigel Collins from Sterling Newman. Small school that turns out some terrific teams and terrific athletes.
Bird defers and Collins will take the down position.
Mike Poposi, the athletic director and coach of just about everything except wrestling down there. Steve Davis, the wrestling coach over at Sterling Newman.
Rip over.
Stalling call.
See Bird.
Probably the most famous wrestler from Sterling Newman would be Mike Mena, 4-time champ.
Yes.
Went on to Iowa.
And his brother also wrestled for him, I think.
Yeah, he was a 3-time champ.
Called many of Mike's matches here. Bird fixing the red ankle strap there. Still waiting for the first point. 30 seconds into period 2. Class A 171-pound match. Nigel Collins underneath Tyrone Bird in the up position now.
There's a tilt.
Collins
trying to score back points. Yep, and he is scoring. Bill Marquardt's looking for the fall.
Bird's got him. And Collins gets away.
There's 3 near fall.
And the award, they put 2 up, should be, there's the 3rd. So Tyrone Bird goes up 3-0.
Come on, guy, come up.
I believe that's Bird should be up 3-0, right?
Yes.
Okay, we'll get that fixed. There we go. 50 seconds and counting in period 2.
Bird's looking for that tilt again. He's trying to get wrist control. All he has to do is turn his back past 45 degrees and he can score back points.
There's Bird.
That's that tilt again.
Bird's got to watch his own shoulders. Final 20 seconds here in period 2. And back points again.
All he has to do is turn his back past 45 degrees and he can score back points.
There's Bird.
That's that tilt again.
Bird's got to watch his own shoulders. Final 20 seconds here in period 2. And back points again. It's now 6-0.
There it is again. He's scoring back points again with a tilt. The offensive wrestler doesn't have to worry about his back breaking 45 degrees. He just has to worry about pinning himself.
Right. And it's 9-0 with Tyrone Bird. In command. Let's swing it back over to Double-A, where we've got Jermaine Dade and Brian Glynn in a very close match. Dade with 1:09 to go, up by a point. That's Dade in the blue. Brian Glynn also undefeated in green.
Dade got a takedown in the first period. Glynn has 2 escapes. Dade got an escape in the third period, but Dade has been warned for stalling, so.
Final minute here. Another one very close going down to the wire. Both again undefeated. Dade from Quincy, Glynn from Providence.
Dade will have to get offensive here. He's got Greg Cozy, a veteran official, who's not afraid to make a tough call. There's an offensive shot from Gwynn. Another one.
Under 40 seconds.
Watch it, pick, Brian. Circle, circle.
Dade in blue.
Dade tried to throw him there. There's another counter, and
Now he's going to get some points out of this.
2 points.
5-2. Very well be decisive. 15 seconds to go. Can Glenn come back? 14-13. Jermaine Dade from Quincy, 7. And 1 point awarded. Makes it 5-3. So Brian Glenn has got 7 seconds to try to tie this up. Dade, that much time to hold him off. Greg Cozy holds it, and an illegal start. False start.
Call a caution, yeah.
7 seconds.
Another caution.
Another caution. I don't know what Dade's clapping about, but each wrestler has been cautioned.
Greg Cozy told him what he was doing wrong. He understood what was happening.
2-1, and Dade holds on. Good match, 5-3. Yeah.
A great backflip. Great backflip.
That may count for style points. He didn't need that. He got enough of the other kind. So Dade and Glenn shake hands, and Jermaine Dade from Quincy.
He's a happy
the
young
winner.
man.
And meanwhile, over at Class A, Tyrone Bird with a 14-1 decision over Nigel Collins of Sterling Newman. Bird and his coach Rob Ledden from Clinton. And the junior gets a state championship after finishing 4th a year ago. 3 more weight classes coming. We'll take a break and be back.
In second
Woo!
place from Oregon, Jeremy Bennett.
At 189 pounds, we have a returning champion, Steve Nully of Harvard, coached by Tim Hack. He's 40-2 this year. And his opponent, Russ McAllister from Fulton, 4th place at 171 a year ago, 37-1 this year. And that is Nully on the right, McAllister on the left. Nope. Nully has got that yellow trim, and that's McAllister now on the left with the red trim.
McAllister's got the red ankle bands. Nully the green ankle bands.
One minute gone here in period 1.
Award winners at 171. First and only call. Award winners at 171. Please report to the awards area.
35 seconds here.
171, report.
McAllister from Fulton.
There's a double leg attempt. Nully's countering it.
Nully from Harvard. McAllister's coach, Nick Crossweight, ranked 2nd in the weight class. Nully number 1, the defending champion. It's Nully on the right, McAllister on the left.
There's a stall call against Nully.
Elbows in, not outside there.
And Nully trying to reach for his man, and back to the center we go.
Get inside.
3 seconds here in period number 1. We are scoreless. And that's where we are. And you look at the numbers on Nully and McAllister. 40-2 for Nully, 37-1 for McAllister. Nully, the defending champion.
Nolly deferred the choice to the third period. McAllister chose down for this period.
And let's swing it over to Double A now. We'll see Kevin Grease in the maroon singlet. There he is. Maroon and blonde, if you will, against Jason Vincennes from Wheaton North in the blue and white. Grease from Crystal Lake Prairie Ridge. Fourth a year ago at 189, and Vincennes from Wheaton North, sixth a year ago.
I'm not too smart. Turn him, Jay.
And we are scoreless here, just starting period number 2.
There's an escape.
Yep, and that's the first point. And it goes to Kevin Grease. Grease trying for the legs. Vincennes.
Grease in on a single leg. He's trying to keep Vincennes in bounds. Official ruled him out of bounds, and to the center they go.
1 minute 19 to go, second period. Just the first point. Kevin Grease on the right. Try to shoot for the legs, and now Grease tries for a reverse and a takedown, and
Vincennes took a shot, and Grease countered with a switch.
and he's got a 3-0 lead.
Now he's putting the legs in, try to turn him.
Second period, 49 seconds to go. Grease from Prairie Ridge up in Crystal Lake. About an hour and change north of Chicago. Jason Vincennes from Wheaton North, due west of the city.
Vincennes going to get a reversal here.
Tightens things up considerably, 3-2. Waning seconds here with period number 2. Vincennes working, and Grease comes back with his own. Yeah.
It's a scramble, but Vincennes got a single leg in on him.
Didn't get the escape, did he? No, Grease didn't. 5 seconds to go, second period. And there we have it. 1 period to go here on the 189-pounders. Let's swing it back to A.
No, he's got a single leg in.
This match also tight. Nully trailing 1-0 to Russ McAllister. 1:20 to go.
Scored a takedown.
And now that's been switched as Nully's got.
Hey!
3-0 for McAllister.
Stay focused! Tough on top here!
So 3-0 for Nully.
You're up 3! Tough on top! Hard! Keep wrestling hard! Focus!
McAllister attempted a switch there.
That's Nully with his back to you. 1 minute to go
Drive
here.
hard! Shoulder drive hard! Barry! Inside wrist! Inside wrist! Inside wrist series! Inside wrist series!
Steve Nully looking for his second consecutive championship.
Twist him off there. Get
He
him
won
flat.
it this weight a year ago, and he won it by decision, 7-1.
Go behind! Go behind! Freeze it! Freeze in your ankle! Get him
Coming up to
flat.
30 seconds to go.
Flat. Hold it, Jay.
Nully very much the aggressor here as he tries to press the advantage on McAllister.
See Coach Tim Hack right there, following instructions.
Always good to work your opponent close to your own coach's corner. 16 seconds to go. Nully. Here he is. on the right. McAllister's going to have to really muscle up to get out of this in a short space of time. 10 seconds.
Illegal hold.
They're calling it a dangerous hold, and they're giving a point to Nully. So it's 4-0, and McAllister can't have anything else go wrong. 6 seconds to go. Nully's got him. 2, 1. Tim Hack jumps up, and there's your two-time state champion, Steve Nully. And quickly switching over to AA, Steve Nully wins. 8 seconds to go here. Kevin Grease trailing 7-5 over Jason Vincennes. And let's see, they just awarded 2, or is it 7-5 final?
7-5.
7-5 the final, and Jason Vincennes of Wheaton North is your winner. There he is, Jason Vincennes. His first final makes it count. Finishes an undefeated season at 40-0. Kevin Grease now 41-3. Our congratulations. 7-5 the final decision. Okay, 2 weight classes to go. The 215-pounders will be next. Getting set now for the 215-pound classification, A and AA. Let's pick up Jim Kastner and Matt Waite in AA. That is Waite in black. Kastner from Hoffman Estates, Conant High School. 36-2 record, ranked 4th in the weight class. He's in the red, white, and blue. Waite ranked 1st, 41-0. Brian Drendel, the coach, longtime coach at Batavia.
Matt Waite came into this tournament not having an offensive point scored on him all year long. He's an outstanding wrestler, ranked number 1, as you said.
Finished 3rd a year ago. Kastner's only lost 2 matches. His coach, Jim Cartwright.
There's a shot.
Kastner, yeah, trying to take a shot at the legs.
2-point takedown.
There you see the numbers and the pictures. Undefeated Matt Waite, Jim Kastner from Conant, 36-2. But it's Kastner out to the early lead.
Waite's attempting an escape, but he wasn't able to get away yet. Oh, there you go.
Waite with his first point. Waite trying to go under, and Kastner fought him off.
He's got a single leg, dragging it back to the middle.
Tried the leg sweep there. Again, gets him down, but too close to the end of the mat.
No takedown.
And they're off the mat. Mike Wilkie, the referee here. Jim Turner, the assistant.
Matt Waite was a junior national All-American last summer. Kastner was on the junior national team as well.
And that's the end of period number 1 with Jim Kastner out in front by a count of 2-1. Let's swing over to Class A. Scott Schultz from Chillicothe IVC. He's in the maroon. Up top position, Scott Byram of Sandwich, another wrestler from Coach Lon Garish. He's on the bottom in black. We are scoreless here as we open period number 2.
Nice switch, scored 1 escape.
And that is for Scott Byram. Gets point number 1. Byram in the black, Schultz in the maroon, as you can see. But it's Byram with the first point of the match. There it goes. Schultz 35-2, unranked in the weight class, as is Byram 32-6. Schultz the senior, Byram the junior. Byram trying to go for that other leg, and Schultz trying to break that hold. He does. And there's an escape. And a takedown. So it's 2-1. Schultz now with the lead. 1 minute to go and period 2.
They just got an escape to tie it up 2-1. Excuse me, 2-2.
2-2.
Schultz with an underhook there.
Final 20 seconds of the second period, tied at 2. 215-pounders in Class A. Schultz 30 a year ago.
Almost a takedown, but they were countered, got away by Schultz.
2 seconds, 1 second. That's the end of the second period. We are tied at 2. There is Scott Byram. He will be on top. And the escape by Schultz. A minute 45 to go. A lot of pushing and pulling going on here, not a lot of scoring. 30 seconds gone in the third period. It is Schultz right there in the maroon, up by 1.
They're both real cautious. Schultz with the inside position.
Byram, much the taller of the two. Coming up to the final minute, you see the scoreboard in the background. There's Schultz trying the old bear hug. Tony Rubiano brings him back, and now 1 minute to go in regulation, we might add, here at the Class A 215. Schultz from Chillicothe, IVC. 40 seconds and counting. Schultz with the lead on the left.
Byram's going to have to do something here. He's only got 26 seconds to get a takedown to win.
Byram started a shot, and Schultz held him off. 20 seconds and counting. Schultz still now
Nice
with the
duck
1
attempt.
point. Byram got off the mat. 14 ticks left on the clock. Byram knows he's got to come through here. Schultz got to hold him off. 9 seconds. 7, 6, 5. Byram. 3, 2, 1. And Schultz does it. He holds him off. Scott Schultz, your winner. Count of 3-2. And the senior who finished third a year ago gets a state championship here. Scott Schultz from Chillicothe IVC. Greg Easter's his coach. Unranked coming in and very well ranked coming out. Good job. Over to Double A, where we have a time stoppage here.
We've got a question at the table over there.
I think over a question of the how much time is actually left on the clock.
Exactly.
Okay, right now we're at 3-2. Remember, Jim Kastner, ranked number 4, ahead of Matt Waite of Batavia, number 1. Third place finisher a year ago, Kastner from Conant. Jim Cartwright is coach.
51 was the injury time.
Now they were talking, I heard Mike Wilkie say something about, well, that was the injury time, so a minute 32.
They had the injury time on the clock. They just changed it. There's a minute 32. Kastner's got a takedown and 1 escape. Waite's got 2 escapes.
And Waite very much the favorite here, but look at Kastner again, going for the double leg. Off the mat, 122.
Kastner's also been warned for stalling, so that's the reason why he's being aggressive. He doesn't want to lose a point for stalling.
Clock down to 1:15. Matt Waite, third place at 2:15 in 1999. First final for Kastner. Both are seniors. Waite again trying for the legs, under a minute to go.
Kastner in on a single leg.
And they're saying
he says 2
dangerous
points.
hold, but now, yeah, Wilkie says 2 points. Waite's corner's going, what is this? I thought he had gestured for a dangerous hold, but he gave him the 2-point takedown.
He was warning that there's a possibility of a potentially dangerous hold, and then Kastner switched it to 2 legs and he called a takedown.
50 seconds for Waite to try to reverse this, but Kastner again off the mat. .49 ticks left. Waite escapes. 5-3. 40 seconds and counting. Waite down by 2. Kastner goes for the legs. 30 seconds to go. And Waite gets the takedown.
He ties it up, 5-5.
.21 seconds to go now.
Kastner's got 21 seconds to get away.
And Waite looks much the fresher of the 2. Mike Wilkie, the referee, brings him to the center. Waite will have top. Tied at 5. He's not letting them permitted an escape.
There it is.
But he gets it. Now Kastner with 14 seconds to go trying to hold on.
Remember, Kastner's got a warning for stalling. He can't.
8 seconds to go. Kastner 6-5 with the lead. Waite with 6, 5, 4. Waite trying for the takedown. Does he have it? 1 second? No, Kastner holds on. And somewhat of an upset here. Waite undefeated coming in, but Jim Kastner has certainly put an end to that and won himself a title. Conant High's Jim Kastner, a senior, coached by Jim Cartwright, and he is a 2A champion at 215 pounds. Good job, hung in there when things looked like they were going to turn. Jim Kastner holds on. Okay, speaking of holding on, hold on tight. We got the heavyweights coming up next, and that's always fun. So stay tuned right here on Fox Sports Net. Final matches of the evening, they are the heavyweights. And let's go to Class A, where Pat Babcock from Stillman Valley in the red and black there, looking to repeat as champion. Josh Sarver, the first finalist in the history of Salmonaught High School, unranked, trying to spoil the party. Sarver 30-8, Babcock, and we told you a bit about him at the beginning.
2-point takedown there.
30-0. has the early takedown. Pat, a winner here a year ago at the heavyweight spot. And he has spent very little time on the mat here. 2 matches, 1:01 total. And Sarver escapes. Babcock, an all-state lineman for Stillman Valley's 2A champions, going to Illinois on a football scholarship. Also throws the shot in track. He wins here and wins the shot. Well, who knows what could have been, might have been, never was, but outstanding all-around athlete.
A lot of times you see heavyweight matches and they're slow, not a lot of action. But Babcock is not that way. He'll go right after you and score. That's one reason why he hasn't finished a match this year.
Well, right now, Sarver is giving him more work than he's had for the entire tournament. Or just about. 1 minute gone in period 1. And now he's worked more than he has his other 2 matches. And down goes Sarver. 4-1 for Babcock. Sarver wondering what to do with this guy. He's so mobile at close to 300 pounds.
He's a very good athlete for a big man. He moves really well.
So he's familiar with the territory here in Champaign-Urbana. He came down here, remember, for the football finals that took place at Memorial Stadium just across the street. Now here he is at the Assembly Hall. 20 seconds to go, period 1, and Babcock is just trying to figure out which way to turn him.
He's running an arm bar there and almost got it. Now he's got a power half in.
Final seconds, period 1. And there we go. Let's swing over to Double A and we'll pick up the wrestlers there. As you look at Babcock, Tim Daly, second place finisher a year ago from Willowbrook and Villa Park. He's on top. Seth Livingston from Bloomington, coached by Mark Gardner, ranked 3rd, is in the purple. And we are scoreless so far. Chuck Rossetti, the coach of Willowbrook, and Tim Daly, second place finisher a year ago. Cadet national champion, a junior national All-American. And what else can we tell you about him? Right now, he wants to go out on a perfect season. There are the numbers. Daly the senior, Livingston the junior. And the only 2 losses on either one's record are on Livingston's. 1:14 to go, period 2. Daly, much the aggressor here, Dan.
Yeah, he's pushing on top. He's trying to turn a hit with a half. Now he just let him go for 1. Looks like he's going to go after him on his feet now.
First point of the match, and it goes to Livingston. Again, though, it was a permitted escape by Tim Daly. Off the mat.
Daly tried to drag out there, and Livingston slipped his arm through and threw him to his back, but there was no takedown there.
Dan Ferranosi, the referee. Final 25 seconds here in period number 2. Five seconds left. And let's swing back over to the A match with Pat Babcock there on top, and on top by a count of 9-1 as we go into the third period. And 2-1. So Babcock very much in command here, but he's had to work.
This is the first time all season he's gone into the third period, so he's probably a little tired.
Josh Sarver of Somonauk there in the down position. Start the third period.
Try to get out, Josh. Go! Go, Josh! Go! Go! Don't give up, Josh! Go! Get up! Get up! Josh! You gotta get up, Sarver!
See, Babcock just
You gotta get
really
up!
has got a free hand, just trying to turn
You
him.
gotta get out, Josh!
He's trying to run that half Nelson.
You gotta get out! Come on! Keep fighting!
Minute 35 to go and a 9-1 lead. But Babcock would like
Go! Go!
another pin.
Come on! You just got points for solid, Josh! You wanna do that, Josh? Let's go! Come on! You can't stall. Go! 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 Josh! What you want?
Let's swing it back over to Double-A, which is finishing up here and headed for possible OT. And just as we go, we see Livingston trying to grab the legs of Tim Daly, but
Livingston's close to a takedown there.
no points
Daly's
yet.
countering him.
Keep wrestling! Keep wrestling!
40 seconds,
2
they
points.
get 2 points. So Seth Livingston, if he were to hold on here, it'd be quite an upset. He's got 40 seconds left to do it. Tim Daly, second place finisher a year ago, a senior. Livingston is a junior. There's Tim Daly from Willowbrook, Livingston from Bloomington. And
Warning
we get a
stall.
Stall warning. 31 seconds to go here. And Livingston thought about a permitted escape and is going to give it to him. So now it's a 1-point match with 28 seconds to go. Tim Daly undefeated. So far this season, trails by a point. 18 seconds.
Dragged to a single leg and they went out of bounds.
$15 seconds. Daly undefeated, still trails. Now he tries his shot. 7 seconds. Can Livingston hold on? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. He's going to do it. And Seth Livingston is the winner. Daly can't believe it. But Seth Livingston from Bloomington is the winner. Meanwhile, over at Class A, Pat Babcock ends his high school wrestling career with his second state championship, an 11-1 victory over Josh Sarver of Somonauk. If there's any solace for Sarver, it's that he made Pat Babcock go the distance. Well, there you have it. 7 repeat champions. And there is Pat Babcock, who still has some unfinished business on the track team. But we'll wrap everything up here. We'll give you our Pepsi Play of the Meet right after this. Here's our Pepsi Moment of the Meet. It's Paul Collum trying for his 3rd straight title, but Chad Isaacson of Glenbard North has other ideas in the final 20 seconds.
20 seconds left. He counters a shot by Paul and takes him straight to his back to score for the win.
6-3 for Chad Isaacson of Glenbard North over Romeoville's Paul Collum, and quite an upset, and that is our Pepsi Moment of the Meet. Well, Dan, we had 8 returning champions, all besides Paul Collum defended, and we had a couple of 3-time champs, Israel Martinez, Steve Amy, and Cal Ferry make it 3 in all. Good match, good meet.
It was an outstanding tournament, a lot of young kids, and as we said, other kids that came back and repeated as champions. Wonderful wrestling.
And a couple of freshmen won too, so we've got a lot of new talent and a lot of young talent we'll see next year as well. So for Dan Cliff, I'm Mike Lederman saying so long from the 2000 IHSA Individual Wrestling Championships here in Champaign. The preceding has been a presentation of Fox Sports Net. So long, everybody.